What's up, everybody? Yup, we still on the road with another on the road episode, talking dogs, talking Boerboels. So on this episode, right, I think it's important that we cover, if we haven't already, reasons that you don't want to become a breeder. 10 reasons not to become a dog breeder. Got my puppies in the back. So let me start off with reason number 1. Investment opportunity. I see it all the time. A lot of times people get a couple dollars, whatever reason, they done had great success in other business endeavors, and then they're going to, in essence, flip into the dog game. You know, like it's a side hustle. Like you would house game, or you would get in a car game, and let's say you're buying and selling used cars, right? Very different, because the dog is an animal, it's not a machine. The dog is not property. The dog is a living human, breathing being, right? So it has a very, very unique individual client to buy it. Dogs is a bad investment. Bad investment. I would advise anyone to just better investment would be buying and selling cars. At least you got Kelly's Blue Book value, vehicle accident history. Okay, we cool. I was getting a little bit concerned. I can flow now. Yeah, so because I'm navigating at the same time, I want to make sure that I'm not gonna miss my turn and be late to my destination where I'm trying to get to. Making a little road trip. But what I was saying, number 1 reason is not a good investment. Here's why. It's not like commodities. It's not like buying gold or trees or flowers or anything else. Because this dog, it's not guaranteed that somebody is gonna need your dog. It's not guaranteed your dog is gonna turn out the way that your dog, that the dog that you see the breeder has is gonna look, or the dog that you see on TV is gonna look. It doesn't guarantee your dog is gonna look that way, and it doesn't mean that your dog isn't worthy. But are you able to establish value? Are you able to market and capture a market share in the dog arena? Have you ever sold anything before? Right? These are questions that you need to ask yourself before you just get into it. Because a lot of the dogs, I hate to say it, is convincing and establishing value. Right? You have to be able to show and prove. That's why I'm a firm believer in that. Showing and proving. Oh no. What was that? What was that? Okay, it's sounds like, I don't know, I heard something. So we'll see what it was when we stopped. With the puppies in the back, maybe they getting a little hot. This disturbs my respiratory. Let me turn the heat down a little bit. All right, but yeah, like I was saying, so that's the reason number one, bad investment. Reason number two goes back again to economics. Trying to start up a new business venture. Dog breeding is a horrible business venture for 99% of the people that try it. 90, I don't know how many people, but I mean, let's just go over a couple things for your own sake. Let's just think, put feeding dogs at $100 a month, mandatory minimum. You can't get around it if you're gonna have any level of quality dog food. I don't care how many dogs you got, mandatory minimum, $100 a month, $1,200 a year. 2 years before you breed, $2,400 out the door. Now, give or take, some dogs might eat more, some dogs might eat less, depending on their weight. Reasonable expectation is $100 a month. So it's $2,400 out the door before you breed. So you need to have a breed that's in demand or that can sell for at least that amount. And if you don't have experience in sales, then it's gonna be hard. I got experience in sales, you know, been selling since I was a young boy. And I come from a family of entrepreneurs. So sales, second nature to me. And even though I've been betrayed by people, backstabbed by people, let down by people, I still believe in people and have a great faith in people. I love people at the same time, because I wouldn't be who I am today without those experiences. And I feel like I'm a better person because of that, because I really do believe in the best in people. And right, when I hear some of the things that people have done, I can't believe it, because I just can't see a person being so evil. But it does exist in this world, but light outshines the dark. And I'm a firm believer in that. So, you know, what I'm getting to though, board buddies, number three, that's number two, it's not a good business venture. Number three, doing it because for the ego. So-and-so got a dog and you see that, you know, he got people liking his dog, and he walks around with his dog proud, he crazy about his dog, and you kind of, hate to say envious, but or you know, you would like that type of relationship with something that, you know, you see the way his dog looks at him, and you want your dog to look at you that way. You want to, everybody wants to be important, right? And the dogs make you feel that way. The dog make you feel like you need it, because you are, to the dog especially. If nobody else needs you in this world, your dogs need you. But we do need you. And that is a rewarding feeling. So yeah, don't get a dog for the ego though, because, or expecting that to automatically be that way, the way that that person has their relationship with their dog, doesn't mean to guarantee that your relationship or experience is going to be the same. They could have been like mad dog person looking at dogs for all this time and found out and did their homework, found a proper breeder that fits them and their lifestyle and got the perfect dog for them. And then they took that dog and cultivated that dog, poured into that dog, invested into that dog, their best effort, training, communicating, spending time together, quality time together, and building with that dog. And that's the reason why if you're not, they have that relationship, not because that's it's cool, and I'm gonna be cool and I'm gonna be here for real. Believe it or not, boy buddies, I'm just cool with mostly everybody though, because I'm mostly cool with dog people, and believe it or not, it's not about being cool for me though. It's not like about being hip and being like a look at me type of thing, look what I got. It's more so about, you know, this how I did this, and this is my dog, and I love my dog, and I want to have, I believe, the best dog ever. I feel, you know, I did have what I felt was once the best dog ever. That was my first dog, Bear. And we did have a great relationship. I would like to have something like that in a Boerboel, but the things that Bear lacked, I would like to see that in the perfect dog. It had some shortcomings. It was a golden retriever, chow chow. What I'm learning is you ain't gonna get it all out of one dog. You're gonna have to have 2, 3, 4 dogs. That's what I'm thinking. But keeping it on subject, we are in pursuit of the ultimate dog. It's not about beating on our chest saying, look at us. It's gonna be dogs that I even like better than my dogs, but not many. Being straight up with you. But yeah, boy buddies, reason number 4 that you want to get into the dog business, that you don't want to get into the dog business, just so your dog can have some puppies. Oh no, please, 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 whatever you do, don't let that be the reason and the justification for your dog having puppies, because that's wrong. And it's not wrong just a little bit. It's wrong because we got a lot of dogs already. We got an abundance of pet population. We got more than enough dogs. Shelter is overcrowded, and it's because of not for multiple reasons though. Hold on. Yeah, it's for multiple reasons. I don't want to put it on any one person, because there's nothing wrong with that. Your dog having puppies because you want to have a litter of puppies, but at the same time, you know, make sure that it's quite a few steps that's involved. But that's not the ideal reason to become a breeder. It's not the reason to be having more dogs. It's cute, it's fun, seems like, but at the end of the day, you're producing lives that somebody gonna have to be responsible for. And you know, they have to find homes. And that's why I say you gotta be willing to put the best interest of the dog first. So that's reason number 4. Reason number 5. Why you don't want to become a dog breeder. I would like to mix a pit bull with X breed and see what happens. I hear people I go through this often. Talking, nothing wrong with, if that's what you have a reason to do it, to justify that breeding of a Boerboel to a pit bull with a purpose to produce something very specific that's going to fit into your life, and you're willing to sit and hold and maintain the litters and watch them grow and develop, and then doing it in a responsible way. But not when we start talking about people doing stuff just to see what is going to happen and what it's going to look like. That is not right. Because we're talking about a dog that's going to need a home. And when you put these type of combinations together, you're talking about a combat dog when a pit bull, and then any other breed, you're going to lead to potential to bite. And we see dog biting on the rise at an all-time high. Dog bites at an all-time high. One of the reasons why we got so many dogs. So when you have that many dogs, people keeping them all locked up, breeding them with this and breeding them with that. What you're doing, you're creating super dogs, actually, that may have all the qualities of both breeds. Because remember, we're talking about in nature, the strongest traits tend to be passed on, the ones that are essential to survival. So what happens when you breed a dog that came from Asia with a dog that came from Europe, you get the strongest, you get a Eurasian blend. The best of the Europe, the best of the Asians. That's just how it tends to happen in plants. The strongest traits that allow the plant to survive will be produced in the next generation. Those traits that are essential to survival. And what happens is, if those traits are detrimental to survival, they are not passed on to the next generation. So crossing dogs just to see what's going to happen, another wrong reason.
Caution, toll booth.
There's another wrong reason to get into these dogs. To get into any dogs. We talked about the ego, because you look cool. We talked about number 6. Here we go. Or buddies. Number 6, we talking about reasons why you don't want to become a dog breeder is I'm going to pass them out to all my friends and family because they like my dog. And that's a noble thought. And I don't really want to say that that's a bad idea, but it's not a reason to become a dog breeder. It's not a reason to buy a pair of dogs or to seek out and potentially breed a dog, you know, just to pass out a bunch of dogs. Say that because, you know, there are already people that do that, right? And you just, I mean, unless you're just an extremely generous person and you love your family that much and you just want to give them one of your dogs, then that's fine. And if you have the accommodations, the resources to care for all the dogs that your dog has produced, then if that's the case, You do it like that, then okay, that's cool. 90% of us don't need more than one dog. Need. 90% of us don't need a dog at all. Oh, I did that right. Come on. Yeah, 90% of us don't need a dog at all. Because let's face the facts. Especially when we're talking about the lifestyles that we live in the United States. I mean, how many of us dog goes and gets the newspaper or gets the mail? Very few. How many people do you see? Well, I do see quite a few people spending time with their dogs, the ones that do have dogs, out walking their dogs and stuff. But remember, everybody is not a dog lover. Everybody is not going to be a dog owner. People sometimes just talk. Excuse me, boy buddies. Pardon me. And I'm so happy that y'all here with me, because this is one of the things that is bad for me. Why I don't often get on that road, because I get so sleepy. Oh my goodness. Hey. Yeah, so that's I got off subject. I lost my train of thought, but I'll find it. I'll get it back. That's what happens when you got a lot on your mind. But what I was saying though, yeah, pardon me for taking a yawn. Reason number 7. Reason number 7 that you don't want to get into. Oh, right. We was at number 6. You don't want to be trying to put the dogs into all your friends and family. And then, I mean, that's cool. It's a noble thought. I mean, you're going to run out of homes. It's cool. But 9 times out of 10, the best route of course of action for that is to let them go find their own dog. You know, let them go find, maybe even recommend your own breeder that you got your dog from. But that is not no justification to go get another dog and spend $8,000, $9,000. Unless that's what you want to do, spend $8,000 or $9,000 and breed a dog. And make sure that you know you did your homework and your research is something worthy. Now, I'm not trying to discourage anyone. I mean, I'm just trying to make sure that we're doing things for the right reasons. If you got it made up in your mind that this is what you want to do, then prepare yourself and do it the right way. Plain and simple. Number 7. Because I paid this much money for my dog, I need to recover this much money for my dog. That's not no good reason. That's really a bad reason to horrible reason to be and investing in the dogs to try to recover the costs, right? Dog breeding, you got to be committed to it long term. You got to be trying to see out that vision. that plan, that goal. And if you're looking at cost recovery, may not ever happen. I mean, because at what point do you break even? You never do. Because of how much that really goes into the breeding of the dogs before you do it right. I mean, if you want to do it right and you want to have success, you got to do it right, or you're not going to have success. Ain't no way around it. So that's reason number 7. 9 times out of 10, by the time you get done paying for your time, paying yourself for your time, paying yourself back for all the dog food that you bought, the energy, the vet bills, the stud fees, the costs, you're never going to recover that money. You're never going to recover that money. And it's okay. Because you will always have your dog, and if you, like me, you feel that the dog is priceless, you can't replace a good dog. You can't put a price on a good dog. Then you definitely gonna get your money's worth. And that is the true value of breeding dogs, is the ability to produce, pick, and choose the very best dogs, like a breeders do, out of your own litters. Getting intimate knowledge and experience within your own breed and bloodline of dogs. These are the real true benefits. So you get something more tailored to your style and liking, right? By you. These are justifications. These are benefits. These are reasons to breed dogs. Not because, notice that a lot of what I'm saying has to do with economics and revenue. Let's get down to it, board buddies. If you looking to make some money and you just gotta make money, find another investment. This has to be a hobby. This all has to be extra. This has to be a windfall. It can't be the mainstay, because think about it, in times like today, the smaller breeder, the individual breeder, the one that is, you know, not highly established and visible online, it's tough. It's tough because it's a smaller amount of people that have the disposable income this day and age. The way that money times the cost of living, the way that all of these things are, and the wages haven't increased, people suffering. Everybody I talk to going through it. Maybe that's just my demographic, but hey, for the average working person, money tight, because it's just simple economics. Your cost went up, but your profit or income did not. So it costs more money to live, and most of us have the same income. So that's basic economics. People just don't have that disposable income right now, and they uptight. So another reason why, you know, we could be going through some tough times, and you're not going to be able to make the money that you're expecting to make. It goes goes back to another episode we talked about willingness to give dogs away. Take the dogs that you want to put them where they need to be. I'm a firm believer in the guardian system, where dogs can go out, live with other people, they raise them. I want to see my dog under very different circumstances. I would like to see how my dog responds to a different environment, right? Maybe he may not get everything that he's going to receive at my house. And I would like to see how is he able to sustain. I would like to see, it's a lot of different things that benefits to being involved with others. So that's reason number 7. Reason number 8, that you don't want to become a dog breeder. This is the new thing, right? I know in investing they say the trend is your friend. I know that because I got a little bit of experience in some investments. So you're gonna follow the trends. Here's the thing about the dog business that a lot of people don't understand. By the time the trend catches and everything becomes accessible and available to everyone, at that point, it's too late. So, following trends tends to work in different investments, but it doesn't work in the dog business, because by the time the trend is in, the trendsetter is developing the next thing. So yeah, don't be a follower. You gotta be a leader. So this is my philosophy on life and in things in general, especially as the type of person that I am. I consider myself to be a leader, but at least of my own family. But my reason for saying that was, I'm trying to solve problems. I'm trying to have resolutions. I'm trying to address things that I see that are wrong and then make them right. And that's part of my purpose for being on YouTube and all these different channels, because the goal is to help someone who could be a beginner or inexperienced the same way that I once was, and offer tools, valuable information, insight, perspective from real experiences in life in general. This is like my book, my diary, my life story. So I'm gonna give it to you, my perspective. What I'm saying to you is, number 9. Reason number 9 why you don't want to become a dog breeder. Hey, y'all, I gotta go. I can't even think right now because I think I just need to take a rest. I think I need to take a rest and make sure that I'm traveling in the right direction. I'll get back with you with reasons 9 and 10. Well, I guess that just reminded me, reason number 9 is because you like puppies are cute. That was reason number 9. Don't start breeding dogs because you think that puppies are cute. Woo! Yes, they are. Everybody loves a cute puppy. And just same way that we love babies. Oh, they so precious. Oh, until they get big enough, you get tired of cleaning up behind their poop and they pee and they urine, and then they start talking back and doing stuff, and you gotta train them till they present some challenges. Now, I'm not saying that it's not worth, because nothing in life that is worth it will not be challenging and cause you to commit some serious effort. But, because it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it if you committed to addressing the challenges that you're gonna face when it comes to breeding dogs, when it comes to having those cute puppies, the responsibilities that come along, that go hand in hand with raising litters of puppies, with producing life on earth. It's responsibility that go along with that. You don't be responsible for producing life and then leave it to out here to fend for itself, to care for itself, develop on its own. You gotta be a caretaker. That's why I don't think that it's fair to have more dogs than you can provide day-to-day care for and the resources for. You want to have only the amount of dogs that you can spend time with, that you're able to love and give them their due. So that's reason number 9. Don't get into this because you cute, because you want to be cute, trying to be cute. Wow, cute is cool. I love. Now don't get me wrong. Now I love things that are beautiful and cute. But I also see value in, sometimes things can get ugly. And it ain't gonna always be pretty. But it's necessary. Sometimes things get ugly. Sometimes things get dirty. And it gives you greater appreciation for the clean. It gives you greater appreciation for the good. It's balance. It's balance. That's all it is. So don't get a dog because it's cute, because things can get ugly real quick. Finishing it off, I'm going to close it out. Number 10. Yeah, number 10. All right. Reason number 10 that you don't want to get into dog breeding and breeding dogs. I think number 10 is the reason why, and it's really only one reason, really, to commit to anything, that's because your heart is into it. You gotta love it, what you do, and it won't feel like work. You can't do things, and I know it can be frustrating and it can be overwhelming, it can be a lot. But try to find a labor of love. Things that you can do that don't cost, because you don't mind paying, because you love it that much. You will buy it and do it anyway for free, or you don't mind spending the money. You don't count every dollar. I would never know how much money I spent on my dogs, probably $1 billion. But would I do it again? In a heartbeat. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, in a heartbeat. And I don't penny pinch, and I ain't cutting no corners, and I ain't sparing no cost. And I'm going all out and doing everything that I could possibly do, because I want to be proud of my dog. Not saying that it's not trying to be better than anybody else's dog, but I want my dog to step up, and I want to be able to say, I want my dog, I want to be proud of my dog. And really anything that I do, I want to be able proud to say, yes, that represents me, that's mine. Or I produced that, or I grew that, or I raised that. Whatever. I contributed. And it makes me proud. It's a labor of love. It's something that I don't mind, and I do it time and time again and over again, and I do it all over again. No matter how much I spend or how much I spend. Because I got a different value system. I got a different value system. And it ain't all about money. You can't put a price on a person. You can't put a value. You can't put a value on a person. But yeah, boy buddies. Get back to my navigation. I'll catch up with y'all in a few minutes.